What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Somehow we made it to the end of the week. I guess that 4 day week sped things along. But we were even saying yesterday when we were about to kind of wrap it up for the day. We're like, that day just went quick. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe everything's just moving quick. I don't know. But within 4 days, we've had some pretty crazy price action and reports come out. So pretty busy week in general. But good morning to Albert in the house. Good morning to Bill, Brian, Cheryl. Good morning to Chris, Cindy, Corey, Jay. We got Jeff in the house. Good morning to you, Lauren, Lou, Marius, Martina, Micus, Peter, Shane, Tim. All my people out in YouTube land. We got Clarice, Marimar. Good morning to Let's Get Real. Why is that reminds me of I'm thinking J Lo. Let's Get Loud. That's different. Good morning. Oh, Jenny's in the house. What's up, Jenny? All my lurkers in the background. That's okay. I still love you, even if you're not commenting, but throw your comments in. Throw your comments in anyway, but also hit that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. ATL. Good morning, ATL. How are you? I hope you guys are doing terrific. But Spy, so we were dying in the morning. We were dying a little bit in the morning. And then jobs numbers came out. So unemployment numbers came out a little bit better than expected. I think the hourly, more or less, they were kind of in line, but I think the hourly wage report was a little bit of a surprise. So, market so far taking it bullish. We'll see what happens. We can't forget where we were about 30 minutes ago. It wasn't looking too good at all. That being said, we're right pretty much flat. Down slightly, about what, 30 cents, maybe 32 cents from where we closed less now, but uh, okay, flat on the day. Still not a great looking sign, but this is our 50 EMA, so perfect little bounce off that yesterday. We'll see if that wants to hold again today. Otherwise, we have yesterday's support. If we do want to sell off at open, look for somewhere around 548.34 is the first spot I would look to hold. If that starts to break, I think that will take us right back into probably the lows of the day, 547.21, and then that's going to be a big one if that breaks. Maybe today we get held at 545.64. Realistically, I think we are looking for this little bit of a gap fill. And I think that probably runs us into like 543.04, come a little lower, 541.23. Not sure if we're going to hit those today. Not sure. I think we probably have some shorts, maybe. I think we probably have some shorts trapped. This is gonna be tough. But we probably have some shorts trapped from this morning who woke up and was like, okay, market's down. Let's start shorting some stuff. That number comes out. It wasn't like a clear run up. We actually did pull back a little bit. So we had this run up already. We pulled back. Shorts probably stayed in. We didn't really break this top of this candle yet, except for maybe two of those candles. So I don't know. It looks like I have some kind of decent spot somewhere around 550.95 as resistance. We have to get up into that zone, probably start breaking that. Yeah, probably about 551 would take us higher to the higher side. We still got resistance. That takes me right into this 551.53. So let's see if we can break that. If we can break that for the bulls, we have a shot. We got the 20 EMA, so the longs are not going to be that easy as well today. And then targets, which we've never hit yet, would be 555.57 in a bullish case. Can we get there today? I don't know. I don't know how good that is in terms of the unemployment numbers, enough to carry the markets. CPI is next week. We'll probably have a better shot if we have a better than expected CPI to move the markets than probably the unemployment. But at least we're kind of holding. It seems to me like a little bit of a chop day, but I think I'd have to continue this trend and just look to sell to go short. And then I get word around this 548, 45-ish zone, somewhere down there. We'll see. We got the Qs. Jenny says I did okay shorting at the London Open today. That was like 12 hours ago. Yeah, that one would have worked. That one would have worked perfectly. But then you got the US hopping around like crazy. We got the Qs. Uh, the Qs are stronger. Tech is kind of rallying back a little bit too. See Nvidia, Tesla's going kind of crazy too. Um, I'd want to see where this one opens. We are right at that 100 EMA for right now, like smack right at that line. I got support right below us, which again, the fact that we're back here in the first place, that's a decent sign for the Bulls. So look for this 460.34 to hold. If it doesn't, we probably still have some more room to the downside. I think we could probably get back to 458.11. I do think that's probably a spot we could probably take out as well to the bear side. And then I'd be looking for targets down to like 457.08 on the Qs. We still have this resistance right above us as well. So that's 461.59. Also a spot we've gotten through now twice. So we've gotten through this, we'll call it once since this was this day, I guess. But you're also seeing some little VPOCs from over here. So very strong resistance at least at 461.64. So if we can start breaking through some of those numbers, okay, even this number up here, 465.48, that one even held. Let's see, we bounced off the 100 here, or we actually opened at the 100. Here we used this as support for a little bit. We had a couple bull days until we had to gap through it. Let's see what was the last time we hit that 100. We hit the 100 over here. We bounced. We got close over there, kind of bounced. And then we just never touched the 100 again, I guess. All the way back here was our first little gap above it. So we have used the 100 EMA pretty decently anytime we've gotten down here. We have had some kind of a bounce, and they're trying to open us up above it. So interesting on the Qs. Very, very interesting. Let's see. We got AVGO. Yeah, if you guys got tickers, let me know. But for me, it seems like so far, as an indice base, I'd actually throw a little bit of edge to the Bulls. I think I got to throw a little edge to the Bulls. Not much, not much. Like a 51-49 to the Bull side. If they can open the market where we're currently at, which is kind of a different opinion than I had 30 minutes ago, 39 minutes ago, I guess. It looks actually, you know what? To be fair, out of the gate, when we were gapping down, I forget exactly where we were, but I was like, I'm probably going bullish out of the gate based on this gap down. This is a retest gap. I think we could hit some resistance. And now they did that already for me. So that okay. That throws me off a little bit. But Cheryl says it's a typo I came across. ST rather low. No post pre-market trades. Cheryl, I have no idea what you're talking about here. ST. Thanks. A typo I came across. Hold on, I gotta try to figure this out. ST is a the ticker ST? I don't know the typo part. I'm not sure what that is. Uh, Interesting price movement. No post pre-market trades. Yeah, 1 million is okay in volume. It's not horrible, but typically for day trades, I'm looking for something 2 million. And again, I'm not sure what the typo thing is, unless the word typo that you typed is actually a typo. Cheryl says, "That's all right. No one can figure me out either. I was trying to type spy and somehow I came out with ST. Okay, all right. I got you now. I got you now. All right. So the word typo that you typed was actually a typo. Oh, actually, no, it was the ST. Cheryl, you're blowing my mind on a Friday. All right, we got AVGO. So yeah, they had earnings last night. They did beat earnings per share. I think their guidance was probably a little bit lower, or yeah, I think it was the guidance a little bit to the light side. Either way, they're getting punished, but they are also getting punished into pretty decent support. This is if I'm just looking at just blindfolding myself from everything that happened before yesterday's candle, this would be a gap and go to the bear side. But looking at the overall chart, we are at some kind of a decent support. Those candles, they did kind of hang into almost all of those candles essentially closed within or at the bottom of this last selling candle. Um, kind of want to play the fade on it. I would love to see it drop a little bit further, come into like this 141.76 zone, and then I think we could probably play the fade up to like 148.05. So I wouldn't mind trying a bullish trade on this one. Not sure, but I do have one more spot on this one, 138.51. Where did we get to after hours? We got down to 136.59. 136.59. We got right to the low of this. We've already rallied back. Yeah, let's see if this one wants to drop first out of the gate. Pull back a little bit. At least it says 141.76. And if it starts to break that, look for this 138.72. But after this type of gap, I'm not looking to get in bearish today. And this is some selling into this gap down too. Targets, though, I think probably look for that 148, 148.05, somewhere in that zone. But I wouldn't mind attempting a bullish play somewhere on that one if we could get it. Meta, meta, meta. Mm. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Inside day still at the higher end of the range. Let me flip this to a weekly chart. Uh, we're above the opening price for the week, which is not bad. Maybe we can see a little sell back, a little sell off at open potentially. Look for like 518.32. Maybe get down to like 515.41. You are opening into one little resistance. If we get anywhere past, I think 521.04, that could give us a decent push into like this 526.53 range. But it is inside day and you're opening at resistance. So um I'd even probably if we could get some kind of red high wave candle and then we're taking the break above that resistance, that might be interesting for a trade. Otherwise, I would want it probably a little bit lower, especially in this market where just kind of playing the fades in both directions seems to work out well. Hood. I was checking out on the weekly or the monthly. I think maybe both, but yeah, look at this chart on the monthly, and then we'll go back to the weekly. So we still have this really big hammer from August, which I think a lot of things probably look like. We're just sitting at the top high end of that range. We're sitting pretty much at where support should have been. And then if we pull up the weekly chart, and again, we're not closed yet on the weekly, so today will make a difference. But for a weekly chart, we're right at that 20 EMA on a day on a weekly. Looks like we're trying to break out a little bit, and then the question is to where. So I would be a little bit more bullish. Range is gonna be tough for me, being that we have the 20 EMA right there, and then I got the 50 at $20.23. And then just monster resistance from over here is right where we're opening. So this one I would like to see some kind of a pullback. That does look like a 3-bar reversal type setup on it. So I'd be leaning a little bit to the bull side on Hood. I do like targets much higher. This was a swing trade target we were thinking about at one point. But I think it's even like $30, $32. So it still looks decent to me, but this is if bears do want to come in, that was a good kind of retest of support resistance. If we could pivot here, bull step in, we get one more higher high rotation, and then we're able to break through that. This thing could take off at least to 24.58, but I think we could break through that too. So I would be leaning bullish for a day trade, and maybe a little tough in terms of range. We do have some resistance there, but if we get a pullback today, there might be an opportunity for us on that. All right, let's see what else we got. Tesla, DTLR. Clarice wants Nvidia. And then we got BTC, Ethereum as well. Tesla looks amazing. Looks good. Again, still inside day at the very high end of the range. It's got a lot of bullish momentum. Would love to see a pullback into 231.56. I think we did see that pre-market. Let's see where we got down to on this one. We got back down to 224. 225. This is gonna be my problem today. I want to lean bullish, but all of these things, I mean, we just went from 225 pre-market to 234. Hmm. And then yeah, where we were sitting before was somewhere in this even this zone here. So this is probably the 231 pullback. Bottom of this candle. I don't know how I want to play this one. I like it bullish. I kind of want some kind of a pullback. We are in the high end of yesterday's range, still inside day. I'm just not sure if this has already happened. This might have already happened pre-market, but if we could get any type of selling on this one, I really don't want to chase Tesla. It looks pretty good. This is another one I looked at on the weekly. Uh, Beautiful weekly candle hammer. Nice little breakout. Everything looks fantastic. 238.97. We were saying 239 yesterday was a probable target that we could get to, and that would still be the case. So 239 is going to be big resistance. If it wants to go a little bit further and there's some strength in it, we could see 247.44 if this thing really wants to rip. So it's got some decent upside to it. And then the question is, how do we get into it? And I don't want to chase it. I mean, you just sort of $10 move already from pre-market. So it could get a little volatile. But if we could get some kind of a pullback and we're looking at 231.46, we're looking at 229.45 again. Those would be spots I would definitely consider trying to get into them. DLTR. Um, I almost want to give it another day. Almost want to give it another day. I'll clear sign on this one is if this candle starts to break. So we start breaking out of like 73.56. If I was to take 2 days, this is why I kind of want one more day on it. Let today come and close. But here's where we open this candle. This is where yesterday closed. We had all this price action down here. So right now we're working on a hammer. Does that mean today we take this out? I don't think so. Um, we are opening above. We are opening above a VPOC from yesterday, so that's decent. But you're also finding a lot of bearish momentum on this one. And then even where we kind of closed yesterday and just trying to open today, I think you're probably getting that close. I got to reverse this one. Hold on. I messed that one up. But I think it's probably somewhere around the 50 to 618 retracement. We end up getting down to here somewhere. Nope, further. Yep. So we close at the 618 retracement of that sell-off candle. And it looks like we're opening right into that range as well. So I personally, it is a little low for me to short down here, but I would want another day on this one. See how today closes, and then we can kind of make some kind of assessment. Tim says I speak fluent Cheryl. So sorry for you, Tim. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Carvana, CVNA. And then yeah, let's definitely take a look at Nvidia next. Nvidia. Um Carvana is just still kind of hanging out. Yep. Where were we pre-market? You're down about 14 cents from yesterday's close, so nothing crazy. Pre-market, if that's a real print, which volume will be lighter on this one, 138.96. I don't even know how much I'd buy that. So it's just chilling for now. You do have a bunch of red days down in a row. We are opening under the VPOC from yesterday at least, so could be some kind of support, but even yesterday's VPOC, that was continuing this bearish trend. So if you're looking to buy, maybe get good risk reward if this pulls back and starts holding this, I'd say about 140.50, somewhere in that zone, and then you could probably throw a stop at like 139.02 if you're looking for some kind of a bounce. I don't know if I'd be in this thing for I for me, I wouldn't be in there for a long-term investment at this price. It would have to have pretty much a major pullback. But the trend longer term is pretty bullish. So if you're looking to say, hey, longer term, most of the year we've been running pretty bullish. You're getting a pullback almost into that 50 EMA, which has been a decent support. So not a bad spot to look. It's a lot of red days down in a row, and then we are kind of sitting at a weaker market. Otherwise, targets this one. If you're looking for a swing, you probably get to like 156.06, something to that. Nvidia. Nvidia. Still below the 100 EMA. That's a really good gap though. Inside day. Would love to see a little bit of chop at open. We have this target up here that we never really retested. So this 110.49 looks decent. Looks decent. I would like to see probably a little pullback, at least to 108.14. Maybe we could get down to like 107.37, just kind of retest the close of yesterday. And then don't forget we do have that 100 we got to pile through too. But otherwise, I'm looking for this 110.49. We do have this, I guess, mini gap still open all the way up here. If you like Nvidia, that would take us to about 118.69. This is a decent, healthy pullback spot, so very good support. We are holding that. So I would even say for a swing trade, even though I know everybody's like, AI bubble, everything's kind of weak. Um, I drew this kind of blue line just to see if we get down here. I still think this is a possibility, but we have to actually break down. Otherwise, it is holding good kind of support right now. But otherwise, from this little uptrend here, didn't really come back down to retest it. So it could go either way, but I'm thinking probably more bullish. Would love to see again just a little bit of a pullback at open after these markets just continue to run. I did promise Bitcoin, so let me do that one. I don't think Bitcoin is really doing much yet. A little bit of gains. Not a big move for the crypto world, but longer term, yeah, again, this is too early to tell. We are still making lower highs into this. But if you're like, hey, I would like to get some Bitcoin, take a shot at maybe a trade, you could see a little bit of potential head and shoulders. Our confirmation will be probably the break up here. Actually, if we were to do it, we'd probably have to break here somewhere, pull back one more time, retest, and then go. Something to that effect. But you're getting a decent spot to try. Otherwise, it's not really doing too much today, just kind of hanging out. Still below all moving averages. That's going to make it tougher. So again, the one thing I would be looking at is can we get any type of bounce here? If we could, maybe there is some kind of inverted head and shoulders on it. Ethereum probably kind of follows it as well. Looking similar, except you don't have that inverted head and shoulders potential. Again, it's looking kind of weak, but at the same time, you probably can set up a decent play with some good risk reward on it. Where if you could get this double bottom, if it wants to play out, fantastic. This one actually did kind of come down, retest that last VPOC too. Somewhere around this 2303-ish zone. We didn't quite get there. But if you're looking, this is not a bad spot to attempt. It's not horrible. Good volume over here. Anything past like 2218, then I think you get that bigger sell-off that takes us back to like this 1876. So also wave count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves on Ethereum. Not too bad. Oxy. Lucius says it has bounced off the 100 monthly. Let's see. You might be using simple. You're so simple, Lucian. It has the 100 monthly that it bounced off of. Yeah, I got all my moving averages above me, and it looks like we're just kind of still a little bit weak. Exxon Mobil's down, CVX is down, so everything oil related kind of getting punished a little bit still. But if you're trying to play this one again, I don't think I would play this one for a fade higher, not quite yet. Maybe there is some support right around here, but all of this volume right here is going to be some kind of resistance on the way up, and that was a pretty horrific close. So I think if you're trying to go bullish, it's not an easy path for Oxy. They should have held a little bit sooner. They're almost going to need something oil related news or something, some kind of catalyst to bring them out of this. Otherwise, you're trying to find spots to catch a falling knife, which I've learned is ouchies. Don't do that. But the trend looks kind of bearish to this point. Draftkings also looks interesting. I think it was on a monthly chart. Yep. Look at this monthly chart on DraftKings. And we're in football season. Although they have 20-minute delays and I'm up to all hours of the night just so I could watch somebody lose a game by a toe going out of bounds on a touchdown. So that was a fun game though. But we got DraftKings, this monthly chart. There was some kind of support. This was our retest. We got some kind of little bit of a hammer. We are starting to, well, we have the 20 EMA, but we're starting to get that 50 in there now. And that looks like an interesting hammer if we could start getting above 37.88. So I would add that to your watch list. But I've been also just FYI, I'm pretty pro DraftKings in the long run. So take it for what it is. But DraftKings for the weekly is just chilling. And then for today, you are opening into a little bit of resistance. This is also a retest gap. See if this one wants to pull back a little bit. You're looking for probably about 35.43. Maybe you could get snake a 35.19 entry, something to that effect. But and then you got the 200 and the 100 on a daily still above you. So still a little bit of a consolidation zone. I don't know if we break that today, but buying some pullbacks, that monthly chart actually looks pretty interesting. Roblox. Peter says bullish today on Nvidia. I think I might be. I think I might be. I just don't know how far we're gonna get. Roblox looks very interesting. What are they? Why? I don't know why, but I just can't stand Roblox. I don't know anything about the game. Everyone they created their own currency. I don't have any Robux. I don't stash Robux next to my golds. So I don't feel like I'm missing out. But nice looking gap. We do have some longer term resistance kind of up at this 44.94 zone. Even probably on the weekly, that's decent. Yeah, the weekly looks pretty fantastic. Maybe we get a pullback into like, I don't know, 44.22. But besides this little bit of a gap fill on a monthly chart, and it might take us to like 45.77. But Roblox actually kind of looks decent too. So we'll throw that one up higher. See if we can make some Robux. In worst case, I don't want that US dollar currency anymore. It's too weak. Too weak. Robuxes all around. Unity software looked interesting too. Yeah, I looked at that one this morning. Unity software, again, you're gonna pile into some resistance around 1776. Good year. 1784 is the next kind of big resistance. Is also a retest gap. I think this one probably pulls back at open. Probably snag like 1711 as some type of entry. But that is the morning opening bell. You guys are in YouTube land. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe today in the market, and we will catch you guys on Monday.